What's good is the one, the only, but what do I know? Boxing back at you with some terrible news. Some just fucking terrible news, man. It's according from Michael Benson, who's a very reliable source, says Jermall Charlo versus Jaimie Munguia has reportedly fallen through. It's claimed that the fighters agreed terms, but their representatives could not agree over U.S. broadcaster situation. Damn, man. Damn. This really irritates me. I was really looking forward to this fight, but I stated in a previous video. That's why y'all gotta check out my content, man. I'm definitely dropping bombs and knowledge on y'all, man. But I'm definitely I kind of figured that fight wasn't gonna happen, man. I kind of figured just the politics involved with Jaimie Munguia being with him being with Golden Boy, Jermall being with the PBC. I figured that this fight wasn't gonna really happen. So it's not too much of a shocker for me, but it's kind of like, man, once they were saying that it was close to being finalized, man, I did, I was kind of, looking at the chops, man, because it was like, okay, so maybe I was wrong. I was definitely gonna be more than happy, but that's why I didn't report on it. That's why I didn't report that the fight was gonna be here, because I knew, it's not done until it's done, man. And unfortunately, we're in a time where, bro, this stuff happens, man. It's a shame, bro. You have so many obstacles to get through just to make a fight. You got one fighter might be with this promoter, this fighter might be with another promoter. One fighter might be on this network, this fighter might be with another network. And my whole thing is Jermall Charlo is the champion. So Jaimie Munguia is not the champion. So my whole thing is, I wonder how could that, you would think that because Jaimie Munguia is not the champion, that he would have to go to Jermall Charlo's to the PBC and make the fight or whatnot, or at least Jermall being the A side, he would be able to have leverage in that. But it's just a shame with all this, man. This is the politics in boxing that stops and prevents all these big fights from happening. So, but this is today's time, man. Now, it's very funny how I often see people automatically put the blame on Charlo, which is absurd to me, because a lot of people want to sit there and say, Charlo hasn't fought anybody, and that. And that's a bunch of bull. I mean, Jaimie Munguia, to me, Charlo has a better resume than Jaimie Munguia, and that's not by much. But I mean, Jaimie Munguia has 40 fights and doesn't have a big name, but I can show you better than I can tell you. Let's check out Jaimie Munguia's resume. Jaimie Munguia, who has a total of 39 fights, 39 wins, no losses, 31 knockouts, right? At the age of 25, Demetrius Ballard, who was 21-0 with 2 knockouts, nobody's heard of him. Gabe Rosado will probably be the biggest name on his resume. Camille Sares-Meta had fought Triple G, but nobody heard of the dude before. Dennis Hogan, who Jermall Charlo stopped. Yeah, between Saddam Ali, who had just fought then way past his prime Miguel Cotto, and hasn't done anything. I don't even know where Saddam Ali is right now. So I'd probably say the biggest name on his resume maybe Liam Smith or Gabe Rosado, or and this is out of 39 fights, man. It's time for this dude to step it up, man. Now, if you look at Jermall Charlo's resume, a lot of you Johnny-come-latelys just don't even know boxing, or just run with the narrative of what these other casuals talk about. Now, I will say at 160, no, Jermall Charlo definitely needs to step it up some more. We want to see him in big fights. But for guys that say Jermall Charlo has not fought anybody in his entire career, well, let's check that out. Sergey Derevchenko, who was actually coming off a performance where many people believe that he beat Triple G. Dennis Hogan, you just saw that on the Dennis Hogan's not a big name at all, but I'm just throwing that out there. It's funny because people like to talk about how Jermall went the distance with a fighter that Jaimie Munguia stopped, but check this out. Then Jaimie Munguia not only went the distance, but one of the judges had it a draw against a guy that jermall Charlo stopped. So let's stop there right now. Matt Korboff is a very good fighter. People that don't know boxing don't really know that, but I'm not even gonna add him to the list. We got Julian J. Rock Williams, who later became a unified champion at 154. We have Austin Trout. We have Cornelius Bundrich. So he has good names on his resume, but his resume definitely needs to step it up. Okay, but nevertheless, this is for the Johnny Come Latelys who say that jermall Charlo has never fought a solid opponent. That's not true. We just want to see him step it up at 160. So you ask, but what do I know? What's the moral of the story? Well, the moral of the story is both fighters really need each other to get that breakthrough fight at 160. I mean, it's plain and simple, bro. I mean, like I said, jermall has fought a few good names, but neither one of them has a significant win at 160. I mean, you can say jermall's significant win is Sergey Derevyanchenko, but Sergey Derevyanchenko just looked terrible against the Adams kid that just beat him. So and that was a good win for jermall. Don't get me wrong, that was a very good win for jermall, but I just think that both fighters need this fight, man. Both fighters need this fight. So I don't know, man. This is boxing, man. I hope something works through, man. Let me know what you guys think. Whose fault do you think this is, man? Drop your comments, subscribe, like. But hey, what do I know?